Larry, we have played 266 games in this NFL season. Only one remains, and it's the biggest of them all, as EA Sports is proud to present coverage of the Super Bowl. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis, beyond thrilled to be bringing you the Super Bowl. All the pomp, all the circumstance, all the pageantry. It doesn't get any better than this, partner.
I'm loving sharing this booth with you, sharing this moment, this type of a game. For all the teachers who said we'd never make it, we're here.
And we talk these last couple weeks about the buildup, the anticipation. I think these guys are just ready to get out there and get this thing started.
And I know that both coaching staffs have spent considerable time trying to figure out how to best bring their team up to a peak without taking them over the edge and causing a lot of issues early in the game.
And you don't think much of a pregame speech is needed for this one?
I think the pregame speeches were the shortest all year. If they didn't just say, let's go get them, guys, they probably talked too much.
Well over 100 million people watching around the world. Welcome to you all. Super Bowl 52 underway from Minneapolis. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
Geno Smith has always loved the game of football. Dissects a lot of film, really is invested that way, has a good live arm. Should use his feet a little bit more to help himself out. His mobility never in question, but he likes to stay in the pocket and not leave it.
45.
On first down, it's Smith. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Brandon, when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach and talked about how they wanted to begin this game offensively, they talked about their script, didn't they? 10 to 15 plays, the first 10 to 15 they had on their script. Nowhere on the script was there throwing an interception, I have to believe.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
But when it comes to the running game, the New England Patriots, they're one of the few teams in the NFL that I don't think care much about balancing things out.
Last year, to your point, 5th in passing yardage, number 30 in the run game.
What they want to do each and every week is make a game plan based on their opponent, not so much their own personnel, and they try to attack that way.
They try again with Lewis. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
So 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium here. From the gun, Winston. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Danny Amendola, 37 yards. And the Pats have taken the early lead. And I'm sure for these guys, the break from the conference championship to the Super Bowl seems so long. To get out here and score that first touchdown has to take some tension out of the game.
Oh, I love the point you just made about the gap between. Think about the pressure that is built in the interim. To come out and get the first points in the Super Bowl, fantastic for the team.
And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Looking downfield for Jones. This is caught at the 20. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Julio Jones, 75 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Blair Walsh on to attempt the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Short kick. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
No gain on the play there. Second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big...
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage. It'll make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Ready.
We got three.
Third and long for Winston.
Check safety.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Crash.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
As Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Double tight.
slow.
Here we go. Watch seven. Watch seven. Watch seven.
Under.
He's checking.
Now Gino on first down. Buying time to his left. Looking deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Julio Jones, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point try now for Walsh. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. Very short kick. Now a hit and a loose football. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
4 down.
They'll start things on first down with Dion Lewis. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
4 down.
Again, it's Lewis pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
What's the old adage, be quick but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Here's Ryan Allen now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now let's discuss Julio Jones. And these highlights here showcasing the solid game he's had.
Well, someone woke up and felt good about themselves today, didn't they? I have to feel that he came into this one with the idea that, yeah, I can do this. Whether it's preparation, reading the film, whatever it was, it's paying off in a big way as we watch this one unfold.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards already.
Single. I got a single in the slot.
2 jet.
Check 24.
Ready. Flag 32.
A first carry now for Marshawn Lynch. Had a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, Lynch. He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Right. We got right. Hey.
Under.
Joker.
Gino now to throw. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Seahawks. 41 yards.
Okay, 3rd and short, the mindset of the defense, probably playing the run first. But if you're playing any type of pass coverage, tight coverage, press coverage, and offenses often convert their routes at that point and go farther downfield. And that paid off in a big way for them on that one, a big-time catch downfield.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Double tight,
Two
guys.
jet.
Double
Two
tight.
Jet. Ready. 3
1st down, the run with Lynch. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And quickly, let's check out the New England defense.
Malcolm Butler burst on the scene in Super Bowl 49 with his iconic interception of Russell Wilson to seal the deal for New England. What it underscored, his ability to understand what offenses are trying to do, put himself in the proper spot. And that's something he's done throughout his career.
2nd down following the run.
Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Ready.
They'll keep pounding here with Lynch.
Watch the slant.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
It's gonna be
They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Ready.
Choose the mic right here.
Two jet.
Choose the mic.
Ready.
Now Lynch running right. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Double tight.
They'll run for it with Lynch. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of 1 yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On the handoff, Lynch. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Blitz.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
From back at the 3 now. This is 3rd and goal.
Check 88.
Throwing now is Gino. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They go play action here on 1st down. And Winston lost the football. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. And he puts it through. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Short kick. One of the up men will take it now.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Double tight.
Ready.
Hey, 4 down.
They'll start off with a give to Lewis. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Cole Beasley, 57 yards. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. But they find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he? It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be taken down deep into Patriot territory. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 59 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
A 10th carry of the game for Marshawn Lynch. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, are usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had a big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He can run for it, and he will. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're able to return this one all the way up to the 45.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Tight end left. Tight end left. 4 down. 4 down. Alert.
They start the drive on the ground with Lewis. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played. Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? It closed fast.
Right there.
Second down, Winston. And Braith, the tight end's got it. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I think it's okay that they didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And that's caught by Beasley. 8 yards on the pick up there, and it moves the sticks. Fresh set of downs here.
Crash. Ready. Blue way. 54 Mike.
Working out of the gun. Winston. Amendola's got it complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Danny Amendola, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun, back and forth, back and forth. So it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, there have been streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch. The drive summary that time, 5 plays, and it ends with a New England touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again on offense, we get a peek at Julio Jones now. He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number 1.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Off to an incredible start. Got their feature guy going, and now everyone else should have opportunities.
Under. Check three. Z. Check 99.
Now it's Smith off the bootleg. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. It's a big play there for Seattle. 41 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has a feel of what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Two jet.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Run.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Strong right. Ready.
Throwing is Smith. Coleman has it here right side. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Here we go.
From the red zone now, Smith. And there's Baldwin. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start to move initially inside if you're a receiver.
The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. Short kick. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Hey, we got tight left. We got 4. Ready. We got 4. Ready.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Amendola, he was the intended target, and it's second down.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere.
He's on the right. Ready, go. Hey, boys, we got 4.
Now Lewis. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They wanted it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers that can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Here's Winston.
Tighten up.
He hits Beasley right side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big 30-yard play on third.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball, outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Strong left. Ready. Even.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And room there to work it inside the 25. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Nice hit, boy.
Second and just 1.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. 4 down. I got 2.
Now it's a bootleg with Winston. Caught right side. It's Lewis. And he loses the football a second time.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover, I know his coach is screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. First down, Winston. This is caught, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Danny Amendola with his third touchdown of the Super Bowl, and the Patriots are back within a score.
Brandon, we're not even out of the first quarter yet, and that's his third receiving touchdown of the game. Tremendous job, and I think this might come under the heading of when someone has the hot hand, you've got to keep going back to them.
And on the defensive side, they better figure something out quickly.
Yeah, I think that no matter what, you've got to do something to slow him down. I don't care if it's double or triple coverage. Make someone else emerge, because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
On first down, Smith. And his pass incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now, before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gautin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout, and now we're set to get going.
Double tight. Double tight. Hey,
Second and 10, Smith again. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare, because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. He'll air this one toward Coleman. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they're going to measure revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Quarterback, don't get nervous.
Smith going to throw again.
Don't get nervous.
Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at fourth down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
So 1 quarter down here in the Super Bowl. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on fourth down.
Three down.
Running for it. Here's Lynch. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on fourth down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run-blitz defense.
And Winston lost the football. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Check. Tight right. Solo out there. Check
Ready.
outside.
White 25.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17.
Okay.
He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very long.
Blue, white, cut.
I got tricks this side.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Four down. Check.
Winston now. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Dwayne Allen, 41 yards. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends with a New England touchdown. Goskowski now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. Now, I'm not going to say you completely abandon the passing game, but it would really behoove them to get this running game going more.
That's the identity most teams are seeking. Able to establish themselves, control the game by running it, have to touch it multiple times in order to have success in this game.
Yeah, as we say, yeah, it's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 52 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
I got him.
Smith on first down. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman.
Hey, watch the ball.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
Keep playing
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
To throw is Smith. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. He's having a nice little first half of your partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes down to the 25-yard line. Here's Danny Amendola as he and the offense march back onto the field. He's up near 100 yards now here in the second quarter, but his team's down.
Through no fault of his own. I mean, what a nice game he's having so far. They've got to keep finding ways to get him the football. Don't get away from that. Figure out where things are going wrong with the rest of the team.
He'll be hoping to hit that 100-yard mark on this drive.
We got 4. Ready. Blue ready. That. Mike's 50.
Jameis now on first down. Over the middle, it's Amendola. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. His big game continues. Already has a 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. Ready. Blue ready. Hey, boys, we got 4. 4 down.
Now they'll run with Lewis. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. But that was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Tight end left. Ready. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down.
Now Jameis on second down. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
Hey. We got 4.
And out with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. White 25. Alert!
They go play action here on first down.
Crash! Crash down! Crash!
Room here to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Ready.
Even.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Easy. 54, right there. 54 Mike.
They run. This is Lewis. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch out in. Watch out in. Key to tight end.
They'll run for it with Dion Lewis. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriots score. Dion Lewis taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Patriots have retaken the lead. And Charles, he's able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in.
And that will make this a 4-point game. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it ends with a Dion Lewis touchdown run. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Marshawn Lynch heading back out into the huddle. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way. As well as...
It's caught inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Paul Richardson, 75 yards. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
Ready. Blue ready.
Winston now to throw on first down. It's complete to Fuller. And now the ball's out. Fall near midfield. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And out now come the Seahawks.
Check.
Ready. Flag 32.
45.
Flag 32.
45.
Following the fumble recovery, Smith. Caught on the right side by Jones. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. And the Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Ready. Two jet.
Let's go, D tight.
Slow.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Forced out to his left. It's caught. Jones. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Double tight. Hey. 4 down.
Now Gino on 1st down. Being chased out left. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. A throw he probably shouldn't have made, rolling left and then throwing back across the field.
And when you do that and you're rolling towards a sideline, you've cut down your field in a big way significantly. And the guys who play in the 2nd and the 3rd level, those linebackers and DBs, they know that. And they know they don't have nearly as much space to cover. And they're hoping you try and throw it back towards the middle.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
Ready. Blue lady.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. Dion Lewis, the 30, the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Dion Lewis, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Patriots have retaken the lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the 1st half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and
again.
And again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
And that will make this a 4-point game. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And now running right through him. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Geno Smith getting ready to go again here on offense. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him. But he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
Check.
Slow.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 50 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory? Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in second and manageable.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Let's give plenty of credit to the defense there. They stuffed them on second and short. But if you're in the offense, why would you change what you're doing? You've got a whole another down to pick it up, and maybe even a 4th if you so choose.
And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 14. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense, because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing, and it's actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. I have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick, and it's 3rd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball, but he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down of this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Boom! Bust stop! Right, flip it. Check!
This is Lewis. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But their defense is going to be, but we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now it's Lockett. A nice little juke. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Again, the juke. He had one man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. The Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
Here's a give to Lynch. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They'll run for it. Lynch, and he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. 4 yards on the pickup, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Brandon, this is a good spot in the field to go for it. A lot of coaches call this no man's land. A field goal is no sure thing, and neither is a punt. They made the right choice, went for it, and picked up the 1st down.
They run again on 1st down, Lynch. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Handoff comes to Lynch. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They'll run with Marshawn Lynch, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll run with Lynch. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Marshawn Lynch, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. And he's able to put it through. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's all capped off by a Marshawn Lynch touchdown run. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to be set up in excellent field position up past the 45.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Here's Danny Amendola as he and the offense march back onto the field, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Ready. We got 4. Ready. We got 4.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. A reminder, coming up at the intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Larry Ridley and the crew in Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. Winston now from the 50. And some room to maneuver. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Oh, they go with a tight end carry, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now Winston. And this one caught by Beasley. And hello, he's going to be knocked backward as he'll be marked down right near the 39.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
To throw, Winston. And Winston lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. And that three-point tally now means we are even here toward the end of the second quarter.
And what a way to end the half. Put some points on the board, feel better about yourselves as a team, and you're right back to even.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, boys, we got four down.
On first down, it's Smith. Dancing to his left. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And this is caught at the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 56 yards.
Defending a deep route, even when it's thrown on time, is very difficult. But when he's able to maneuver outside of the pocket, that's almost unfair. He's bought extra time. His offensive line has protected him. And now when the ball's in the air, the guy downfield has a chance to make a better adjustment. That's just wrong on every level as far as the defender is concerned.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. Both the Patriots and the Seahawks have committed to running the football, and it's worked for both sides. They're doing what they want on the ground, and so we'll have to see if that continues in the second half. All right, let's do this. Here's the first half highlights. After the INT, offense comes out now. Amendola's by himself here, and 37 yards later, he'll go in for the score. The Pats is up now by 7. First and 10, Geno Smith finding his mark in coverage. And after the long pass, he'll score. We're tied back up at 7. Now first and 10, Smith finds his mark in coverage. And after the long pass, he'll score. Seahawks up by a touchdown. Now midway through the first, here the defense will come up with the pick. Harris is the one who makes the pick to give a boost to his defense. Patriots have it midway through the first. The pass will be completed into coverage, and he'll win the sprint to the end zone, cutting the deficit to 7. Hit to late in the first. Amendola's able to get open here, and after the short pass, he'll score. Patriots now down by just 3. Patriots with it now early in the second. The quick pass and completion is made, and he caps off the 2-play drive with the score. The lead grows to 4. First and 10, he'll scramble away and complete the pass, and he'll go in for the touchdown. Now after the fumble, here the defense will come up with the pick. Chung is the one who makes the pick, halting the offense's drive. Offense now with the shot after the interception. Here's the carry now by Dion Lewis. And he'll take this all the way for the touchdown. They're now on top by 4. Now first and 10, Lynch is going to look for a gap, and he capped off the long drive with a TD. And with that, it's time to head back to field level as we're just one half away from deciding a Super Bowl champion.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Ready? Blue ready. Boys, down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Keep 15. Keep ready. 15. Blue ready.
On 3rd down, Winston. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Cam Chancellor able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Ryan Allen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you...
And got his man complete. The 40, 30, 10, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Paul Richardson, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And they will take a 7-point lead now. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here's Danny Amendola as he and the offense march back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows his offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Double tight, double tight. Double tight. Let's go now.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
Jameis to throw it. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before, getting his feet down. Would you say dotting the I? I can cross the T as well. That was excellent footwork to get in bounds and make a great catch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. On 3rd down, it's Lewis. And he is knocked down from the side at the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
Gostkowski now for the Pats field goal try. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that'll bring him back within 4. So it's an old-school extra point, but certainly a disappointment that they couldn't get 6.
Yeah, when you see 19-yard field goal in the box score, you kind of shake your head. But their head coach decided 3 was enough.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
You got tape. You got tape.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 51 yards.
Let's face it, it's tough to defend guys just in regular time. But when they get extra time, when the guy maneuvers outside of the pocket, that's just almost unfair because now trying to stay with the receiver, very, very difficult to do, and a big play.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Julio Jones with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. Very short kick. Now a hit and a loose football.
Double tight, double tight.
Flip it.
Shift.
Now a toss play to Lewis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Two tights. We got 3. We got 3.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them. And not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
New England on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his target, Fuller. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Now, that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They'll run him now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
New England on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Winston. And Winston lost the football.
Blitz! Blitz! Boom! All day!
Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Gostkowski now for the Pats field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So make it 3 field goals for him now, and this last one tightens things up a bit.
And I know that offense is on the sideline right about now, checking out the tablets and saying, man, we let a good chance slip away there. We've got to start finishing some of these drives.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. He juked him, and now running right through him. And now let's discuss Julio Jones. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. On first down, Smith. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Seattle. 55 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Over the middle, complete. It's Coleman. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. On the give, this is Lynch. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Run!
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So the chains are on their sides. It's 1st and goal from the 6.
Z. Hey. We got 3
Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
Yeah, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
2 tights.
Lynch. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
And this offense on third down today, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And the lead is up to 15 now. That time, a 6-play drive, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. Short kick. Now a hit and a loose football. Here's Danny Amendola as he and the offense march back onto the field. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there at 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Let's go now.
3 down.
On play action, Winston. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight right. Easy.
3 down. 3 down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
New England on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Ready. Watch 80.
They go play action. Winston. Looking for Amendola, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Let's get this.
Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch, counter punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Second and 10, Smith again. Blitz coming, and down he goes. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that. And the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. Boy, sitting on a 2-score lead at this stage in the game, that punter, he must be pretty lonely over there on the sideline thinking, why in the world was my number not called there?
As far as he's concerned, the check will still cash, right? It's your choice not to use me in this situation. But I also look at it this way. You know, some coaches are more aggressive than others. They just want to take care of the football, have the ball on offense, and go at it that way. So a very interesting call, but he wants to take care of the ball himself.
Now the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup. And just like that, it's third down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Winston. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Dwayne Allen, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Patriots get a score closer.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep.
And Winston lost the football.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
A third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Getting set to go again on offense. We get a peek at Julio Jones now. He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys that's being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted because they do trust him with the ball. That's why they go back to him time and time again.
Check 9, check under.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Under.
Watch the edge.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Smith. He'll air this one toward Coleman. It's caught inside the 25. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Partner, one of the cardinal rules of defense is that if you're in position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, and if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down, right?
Yeah, something has to happen because we saw the end result there. Missed tackle, he goes all the way and takes it for a touchdown.
Walsh now for the PAT. And that makes it a 9-point game. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get it set up.
Watch tight end. Hey, we got 3 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
Watch left.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter.
Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Move. Let's go now. White 25.
3 down.
Now Jameis on second down. Wide open receiver complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses catch the ball.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Dion Lewis with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Patriots. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. Third time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, and now he bowls him over.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Under.
Check. Fresno.
Z.
Watch the
Slow.
Shit.
Smith on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 57 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. This is Lynch. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins, in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in his zone.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got a lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Geno Smith taking it in. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. 4th and goal, and they just tell the leader of this offense to sneak it in there, and he got it done.
Yeah, all you're trying to do is follow the wedge that's created in front of you. Center, guards, tackles, just get low, fire out, and you get low right behind them and get it over the goal line.
Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. All right, let's discuss Dion Lewis as he gets set to go again. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Allen's got it over the middle. That one good for 13 at a New England first down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards. So tough to cover a big tight end like that.
It changes the chalk, as one of my coaches like to say, meaning the normal things don't apply. All right, used to say, okay, there's a tight end going out. We're either going to put a big linebacker on him or maybe a safety and call it a day. Now, because of the strength of that position and the sheer number of catches that they make as well as their dexterity, sometimes you have to put a cornerback on him because he might be the primary guy going out for a pass. It changes what they do defensively, and it's usually not good for the defense.
Hey. We got 4. Ready. Blue ready.
54 is Mike.
Jameis again. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a first down.
The tight end, Cameron Brate, was the target, and that'll bring up second down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Winston. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Boys, head up.
Hey, boys, we got 4. 4 down.
Off the play fake, Winston. And that's caught by Beasley.
You don't want no problem.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Cole Beasley, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. And he'll bang that one through. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. 3 down. 3 down.
Ready. Flag. 2 jet. 2 jet.
Check 26. Check 26.
Slow.
Bang, bang, bang,
2
bang.
jet. 2 jet.
Bang.
Under.
On 1st and 10, Smith steps away to his left. Looking downfield for Jones. It's caught inside the 25.
Right there.
It's a big play there for Seattle. 53 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And Jones has it over the middle. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it.
And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Geno Smith taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns, but the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Ready.
4 down.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Looking for the ends, and this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Cole Beasley with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Patriots. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
Double tight, double tight. Hey,
Now Gino on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And that makes it a 9-point game. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Danny Amendola as he and the offense march back onto the field. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation. The catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball.
Looking for Amendola, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And now running right through him.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. Smith keeps it on the sneak. Only a yard on the sneak. He needed more than that. 4th down.
Partner, my math's not very good. I think he got half of what he was looking for there. 3rd and goal from the 2.
Yeah, they designed that to score. Couldn't get all the way there. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. A carry now for Lynch. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Patriots get the football back. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game, even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope. Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Here's Smith. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And all the way to the opposite 45. A big play that time for the Seahawks. And even 50 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had a total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion. Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. The quick slant caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 10 more there and another first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jalston Fowler taking it in. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And the lead is up to 18 now. Well, it was second and goal. You're in there close. That's the fullback's comfort zone.
Not only is it his comfort zone, it's an expectation. That's what he's supposed to do. Turn and hand it to him. Big guys fire out. Find your way into the end zone.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're able to return this one all the way up to the 45.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Bobby Wagner. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Second down, Winston. Over the middle, it's Amendola. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have recovered.
Crash.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Throwing now is Gino, and he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. So second and medium, 2nd and 5 now. Time for a break. We're back to crown a champion after this. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. To throw on second down is Smith. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Watch seven.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack.
319.
45. Mike, 45.
Z. 32.
Let him know.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Throwing now, Smith. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Jameis to throw it. Amendola catching it left side. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Winston now to throw on first down. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Will Fuller, 43 yards. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Patriots. Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story. Before the game, we were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut, and I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right,
I'm good.
We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine. What I loved about it was the subtlety of the route because everyone knows he's fast. They're going to play him for that route first and foremost, but sometimes it's a head fake. It's varying your speed off the line of scrimmage. It's giving the defensive back different angles to think about. Is he going inside? Is he going outside? And then, as you noted, he just took off past him. Oops. There he goes again.
Smith going to throw it. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
They'll run it. Here's Lynch. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
Now after the made field goal, Walsh back out to kick it away. Now Dion Lewis to return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Strong right. Strong right. Strong right. Ready. Hey, wait. We got four down.
First down, Winston. Throw left side complete. That's Lewis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
4 down. Even.
A first down throw for Winston. He hits Beasley right side. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And now a first down following that long gain.
Double tight. 4 down. Ready. Blue ready. Right there.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And Brate, the tight end's got it. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Let's go, Nat. Blue ready. 3.
Jameis now on first down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. One last shot now for Winston. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. And the Seahawks are the class of the NFL. Seattle wins the Super Bowl. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.